Birds Fly Talk. What is up, guys? Look, hey, if you checked out our last video that just aired, you saw us go through an entire mock draft before the Eagles to find out who's going to fall to the Eagles. You saw our top 10 ranked. You saw who was on there. You saw who was on our big board, and you saw who fell to the Eagles. Now, on our big board, let's go over it. We got listed here. By the way, sorry about that. Kevin Taylor here.
Julian.
And
whatever you want to call it.
This is Birds Fly Talk, and we have to give a shout out to the motherland, SportsR Philly. Check them out online on Twitter, Instagram, sportsrphilly.com. Give them a big shout out, give them a follow, give them, show them some love. We're partner with them, and a lot of big things coming, SportsR Philly. But let's talk about our top 10. We had Marshawn Lattimore, Reuben Foster, John Ross, Jonathan Allen, McCaffrey, Garyon Conley, Dalvin Cook, Corey Davis, Marlon Humphrey, and O.J. Howard there. So, how do you feel?
Well, first, that was our top 10 players that we wish, could fall. Yeah. Some of them went, some of them didn't.
Right.
So how I feel like the first round, well, so far it played out pretty well.
Right.
There was like one or two picks that kind of caught me by surprise, but other than that.
Hey, some quarterbacks went off the board, which we wanted to happen. Yeah. So we've got guys that we like sitting there ready for us. So look, Lattimore's gone, Foster's gone, Ross is gone, and Marlon Humphreys is gone. So that leaves us with Jonathan Allen, Christian McCaffrey, Garyon Conley, Dalvin Cook, Corey Davis, and O.J. Howard. Yep. Who's your top three?
My top three would be, I'm going to rank them in order as well. I'm going to go Dalvin Cook, Christian McCaffrey, and then Corey Davis. I feel like with any three of those players, they're going to bring instant impact. Starting first off with Dalvin Cook, a player who's so experienced. I mean, that guy runs like literally like he's just been running the football his whole life. You can tell that he's just a natural. Christian McCaffrey, he is a guy, I love him. He's so underrated. He provides so many different things for an offense. He can run, he can catch it out of the backfield, he can play special teams if we need him to. So I feel like getting him, you can't. It's a win-win with him as well. And then Corey Davis, watching somebody like him in college, man, it's so amazing to see a wide receiver with his talent, who went, to a school, a smaller D1 school, still a big school, but he wasn't, in the SEC, he wasn't in the Pac-10 or anything like that. But he can definitely provide that instant offense for a team. Even though we already have a receiver, that's why I have him ranked as number 3. But anything's possible. But I'm just happy I don't have to make this pick because it's really, really tough.
Yeah, so all good problems for Birds Fly Talk to have, even better problems for the Eagles to have, because it looks like a player that we really want will fall to the Eagles. Now, getting on with that, I have the same top 3 as you, actually, but I can't move on without making mention to Garyon Conley, who is a lockdown corner in my opinion, and actually on many mock drafts has actually rose above Marshawn Lattimore. So I feel like some things are going to shake up in between these next 2 weeks in time for the draft. He could be skating up into top 10 respects, and that might mean even someone even higher up there might fall. Maybe Marshawn Lattimore falls a little bit further in that top 10, but honestly, either one of those players would be very nice for the Eagles at 14 with everything that works out. But my top 3 are in line with yours, except I've got them in a different order. So I'm considering all things. I'm considering talent. I'm considering injuries. I'm considering, how you protect the ball, all those sorts of things. So my top player on my list.
Just kill Dalvin.
Yeah.
Just kill him, Kevin.
So you see where I'm going with this.
Yeah, I see this. Okay.
These are 3. First of all, these are my top 3 players on my draft. So this is no slight to these players. They're amazing prospects. I'd be happy to have any one of them. Number 1, I've got to go with Christian McCaffrey. First of all, he's a perfect scheme fit. I know a lot of people say he can't carry the rock. Go look up the brother's stats. First of all, he averages 30 touches a game. Okay, so that means you need to figure out 30 ways to get him the ball in the game. You're going to win.
It's not hard to figure out. Give him the ball.
Exactly.
Whatever.
Give him the ball and let him grow with Carson Wentz. So right now, that's who I gotta hang my hat on as my number 1 guy. Number 2 after that, I've got Corey Davis. And the only thing with him, and I'm taking a leap of faith here because he didn't have a pro day because he hurt his ankle. He didn't run at the combine. And also he had drops, right? But here's the thing. He was throwing the ball so much there, and it's a concentration thing. But I see someone that's very similar build to Terrell Owens.
They hate to love me because I love me.
Also kind of similar to, runs his routes very similar to Jordy Nelson from the Green Bay Packers. So someone who definitely could step in here. We've got a good wide receiver room as it looks right now, but some things might change in a year. Jordan Matthews got to get paid. I always make mention of that. So I've got him there. And then Dalvin Cook sitting at 3. Look, I love Dalvin Cook. Perfect fit. He can carry the rock. He's a beast. But I've got concerns about off the field things that have kind of dropped him a little bit. And look, he hasn't dropped out of my top 15, okay? So that's one thing there. He's my top, remaining on the board. So these are the people, and I still would have to be deciding on picking him. I really would have to struggle with that. He is a prolific player. I've seen him be exhausted in games and take over games. You saw that Orange Bowl game. He took over that bowl game. You saw that, he took over that game against North Carolina. This guy had snot bubbles coming out of his nose and was dead and plowed that ball on the 5-yard line. You know what I'm talking about? That
exactly what you're talking about, man.
Brian Dawkins, snot bubbles.
Snot bubbles.
Snot bubbles.
Like, yo, all right.
Yeah, but anyway,
you know what you mean.
I don't question his effort.
Not at all.
There's some other questions about shoulder injuries and his durability, but look, who you picking at pick 14 if given the chance? All the things we just talked about.
And it's funny you mentioned the injuries too, because I've talked about that before with Dalvin, because he played so much at Florida State. But I feel like, and I kept going back and forth. I was, one day I was Cook, one day I was McCaffrey, but I feel like I'm gonna go with Dalvin Cook. Because we haven't addressed the running back situation yet. We were talking about Jamal Charles. That hasn't happened really.
Right.
So I feel like that might be our pick because we need a running back so bad.
Right.
Why not go after the best guy? So.
Yeah, and rumor has it the Eagles are one of few teams who still have Dalvin Cook rated as a first-round talent just based off of his talent. So that gives me a lot of hope. I would be perfectly happy with Dalvin Cook. But I'm in the same realm, same ideology as you. I'm going with my man Christian McCaffrey, run CMC there. I think he'd be great for this offense. I think it's a contingency plan for Darren Sproles as well. And I have no doubts about Christian McCaffrey. I have no doubts about his effort. I have no doubts about where he's going. I think it's a safe pick. And right now, the Eagles need to hit on some good players.
Yes,
so, hey, I'd be fine with Dalvin Cook. I'd be fine with Corey Davis.
I'd be fine with all.
Any
those
of those
are our
players.
top 3.
Yeah.
Any of those players, I'm going to get up and...
I would be fine with Gary on Conley, too. Even Jonathan Allen as well, but
big guy out of Alabama, right?
Yeah, exactly. Some players that have slipped in some mock drafts, but look, these players are prolific. We're here right now, and we're trying to find out who fell to the Eagles, and right now it looks like Christian McCaffrey might be doable. Yeah. Dalvin Cook might be doable. We'll see coming up in the draft. Catch us down there. We're gonna be down there making things happen.
There, handing out. I'm gonna be down there with a t-shirt cannon. Just shooting and kissing babies. Mwah. Doing all of that. Right
exactly.
Right where we gonna be at? The Ben Franklin Parkway.
Right on the
Parkway.
We'll be all over the place. Just look for our shirts with Birds Fly Talk across the front and back. You'll see the whole crew. We're gonna be rolling squad deep, maybe about 7 to 10 of us. You know what I'm saying? Cameras all over the place.
Know what I mean?
You know what I'm saying, man?
Out there.
Out there.
Squabbling. I might fight somebody.
Maybe not, but who knows? It might be on the agenda. But look, thanks for tuning in today. You saw who might fall to the Eagles. We called around. Check out our other video if you haven't. Shout out to SportsR Philly, sportsrphilly.com. Great people. Give them a follow. And more things to come here with Birds Fly Talk. I'm Kevin Taylor. This was
Julian Elsie.
And this was Half a Draft, Part 2. Who's falling to the Eagles?
Also, shout out to all the Instagram pages that helped us make this draft.
Yes, please.
Shout out to all of you.
Yep.
We'll put everybody's info in the link below, or not even the link, in the description. You'll see everybody's Instagram. If you're a fan of football, if you're a fan of the teams, please follow them. If you're not following them, you're missing out.
Exactly.
Huge thank you to all the teams, man.
Big thank you. Big up to them. So this was Birds Fly Talk. Thanks for tuning in. Peace.
We did at the same time. Jinx!
You supposed to say that's a blooper right there. I got the girl. Like, really? Yeah, keep that.
Oh my God!
Don't forget, like, subscribe, comment, share.
All of that.
All of that good stuff.
Do it!
Everything. Put it everywhere. Show your mama.
Do it!
Show your grandma.
Show her too.
Show your dad.
Do
show
it!
your brother. Show
Yep.
your boyfriend.
Show it on
Show
everybody.
your side boo. Show everybody. Birds Fly Talk. We in here. And we doing it. We're doing it big, man.
Big Eagle style.
Big Eagles. All green. Midnight green.
Getting jiggy with it.
Like and subscribe.
getting jiggy with it.
Don't forget it.
Yo, now we gotta put that song over there.
Bring it. What?